Total defaults in China could exceed $150 billion for 3 consecutive years. China's total corporate defaults may exceed 1 trillion yuan, $152 billion, for the third year in a row, thereby partly demonstrating the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic and the guarantee campaign. Financial stability of the Chinese government. The defaults of Chinese companies over the past 2 weeks have pushed past due debt to 104 billion yuan, $15.8 billion this year, based on data from Bloomberg. Total overdue foreign debt also skyrocketed to United States dollars 8.1 billion, 2.1 times the total overdue debt of 2019. To help this country overcome the COVID-19 storm in early 2020, the Chinese government opened the tap of credit. However, this raises long-standing concerns about the mountain of debt in the world's second-largest economy. In the context that China's economy is recovering from a storm, policymakers have moved to clean the financial system, from which the number of default is increasing. The financial authorities pledged to not accept breaches in the bond market after a series of delayed payments by 3 well-known state-owned companies. The possibility of withdrawing stimulus measures will put additional pressure on insolvency companies to raise more capital to pay off debt. About $172.6 billion of debt will be due in November 2021, and more than $86 billion of debt will be due in March 2021. About $63.9 billion of debt coming from Yongcheng Coal and Electrical Holding Group Company, Tsinghua Unigroup Company and Brilliance Auto Group Holding Company, accounting for 37% of the total value of debt about to borrow. Yewei Yang, analyst at Guosheng Securities, said refinancing pressure will increase as a series of SOE bonds in the region are coming to maturity, and this will increase the number of defaults. Credit risk will be greater for SOEs in weaker economies, greater debt pressure, and more reliance on land sales. 7 companies are facing financial problems, including the Beijing University Founding Group, are currently paying 43.8 billion yuan in debt and have filed for restructuring under bankruptcy law. Last week, Brilliance Auto Group, the automaker affiliated with Bearish Motor and WorkAg, is also a state-owned company that has just defaulted and applied for restructuring. Since the beginning of 2020, the total overdue principal and interest is RMB 34 billion and is the second biggest reason companies face higher risk of default. The technology sector, which includes the Beijing University Founding Group, accounts for more than a third of all overdue debts this year. This is followed by the cyclical consumer sector, which consists of 6 companies, the largest being Tsinghua Group and Brilliance Auto Group. The third most high-risk area is real estate developers, including Tahoe Group and Tianjin Real Estate Group, which have promoted the formation of a 3-red-line strategy for real estate corporations. Great real estate. Companies that exceed 3 metrics of operating leverage will be prohibited from borrowing more.